Joining me here on the chancel steps is Joyce Gilbreath. Joyce is not a stranger to us. Many of you know Joyce, who is a member here, also works for the Texas Baptist Christian Life Commission, and specifically works with the Texas Baptist Hunger Offering, of which we participate in. And next Sunday is the Super Bowl of Caring here that will benefit the Hunger Offering. We'll talk about that more in just a minute, but Joyce, this offering has a unique connection, or two maybe, to Wilshire. Would you remind us about that?
Yes, the first great connection is that the founder of this offering almost 20 years ago was a wonderful member of this church, Phil Strickland. He was our director of the Christian Life Commission for almost 26 years. And then the other most recent connection is that Wilshire operates as a partner between the Hunger Offering and our ministry in North Africa. And what you do as that partner is that you help us by distributing those funds every month from the offering to that ministry. And you also help us oversee that ministry. You go, you visit, you know what's going on there. And that helps us so much. We depend on trusted Baptist partners to help us be the eyes and ears all around the world so that there's a greater level of accountability with the money that's given.
So this offering you're telling us is not something that the Christian Life Commission goes and personally uses in many places around the world, but that you work with other partners to do that. And how do you find those partners, and how has this grown to be just more than a Texas-only kind of offering?
This offering really goes to almost every continent in the world, from Peru to Canada, from Africa to China, many, many countries in between. And there are many Baptist partners. We work with churches, we work with Texas Baptist associations, we work with the Cooperative Baptist Fellowship, many different partners that help us find these ministries all over the world. And it's not only addressing hunger. I want you to really hear me say this today. It's about also helping people lift themselves out of poverty, whether it's through job training or agricultural development or clean water, and just helping people in their oppressive situations to come out of that.
So sometimes the best way to feed someone is not just to give them a bag of food, but to help them have the ability to get food on their own in the future. So Joyce, is there maybe a story you could tell us that would illustrate just one way that the offering has made a difference somewhere in the world?
You know, there are so many heartwarming stories. I could tell you one after another about children and families that are being fed every day. But I want you to know about Annapurna. Annapurna lives in India, in Bangalore, India, and she is a single mom with 3 children, and she's physically disabled. And Annapurna always had to depend on someone else, some other help to help her with her needs and her family, until she came to the ministry there that's directed actually by Chip Kingery. Many of you know him. And he gave her a scooter, a big, nice scooter, motorized, that she could go out and she was able to get a job and provide for her family for the first time. I wish you could see the smile on her face from ear to ear as she's sitting on that scooter. She is so joyous about her newfound independence.
Wow. Well, thank you for that wonderful story, Joyce. By way of challenge to our congregation, Wilshire is one of the major contributors to the Hunger Offering that many other churches and individuals contribute to, but the Bible, I believe, says something about outdoing each other in generosity, and for a number of years Wilshire was the #1 contributor to this offering, something we wore as a real badge of honor, and then someone else got more generous than us, and Wilshire, this would be a good year to take the title back, I think, to be the most generous church for the Hunger Offering in the state of Texas. Would that be all right if we did that?
That would be absolutely great. I love to brag where I work about Wilshire. God calls us to a spirit of generosity in His Word, and you have been so generous. Thank you so much for how you give and how you believe in the spirit of cooperation, that we can do much more together than we can ever do by ourselves.
Wonderful. Well, just a reminder of the details. Hope you come to church next Sunday, and when you do, after Sunday school, after worship, if you'll go to Community Hall, we'll have a soup buffet, great soup for lunch. You're invited. There is no charge for the lunch. There is a catch. We just simply ask that you make a contribution to this hunger offering. Baskets will be available on the table, equal to or greater than what it would have cost you to eat out for lunch next Sunday. And typically, this one event raises more than $6,000 for the hunger offering that combines with our budgeted money through the ministry fund that goes to the hunger offering and individual gifts throughout the year that many of you make toward hunger. Thank you for making this an important priority in our way of caring for God's world.